Political attacks on the US press pose an unprecedented threat to journalist safety and the integrity of information in a backsliding democracy. Case in point, less than 48 hours before Election Day, Donald Trump told a rally of his supporters that he wouldn't mind if someone shot the journalist standing right in front of him. This licensing of violence towards journalists is part of a pattern of the former president smearing critical reporters and news outlets as fake news and enemies of the people. During this election campaign, he's also alluded to jailing journalists and cancelling the broadcast licences of national networks. New research from ICFJ highlights a disturbing tolerance for this kind of political bullying of the press in the land of the First Amendment. Over a quarter of the American adults we polled said they'd often seen or heard a journalist being threatened, harassed, or abused. But nearly a quarter didn't view such attacks by political leaders or government officials as a threat to press freedom. And more than a third said they thought it was appropriate for political leaders to criticise journalists and news organisations. So what does all this mean for journalism and democracy? When the public fails to value press freedom, journalists are imperiled and trust in facts is dangerously undercut. History shows that fascism thrives when journalists can't do the work of holding governments and political leaders to account safely and freely. As our research findings show, the consequences are a society accepting lies and fiction as facts while turning a blind eye to attacks on the press.